Hey yo, so let me put this out there first. OD? That ain't even mine originally. That was my cousin Lil Dunny's record. Rest in power to my nigga. He was only 17 when he got caught lacking at JFK. Niggas had been on his head for a minute. Too much wild shit he did in the streets. Robberies, shootings, plays gone sideways. Dunny was living like every day was his last. And honestly, it was only a matter of time before the streets collected. He left behind this joint on my hard drive. No hook, no beat, just him spitting raw, talking about how motherfuckers in the Bronx be. ODing, like flexing in rentals, throwing up in the club, acting tough on the gram, but folding in real life. That was his whole vibe, calling shit out, making you laugh, but still reminding you how real the streets get. I dropped OD cause I couldn't let his voice die in a folder. Dunny was really out there in the field. He ain't get the chance to tell his story to the world. I felt like, as his blood, as his cousin, it was my responsibility to carry that torch. But I ain't just throw his raw freestyle out there. I had to polish it, elevate it, put that Vanessa touch on it, so it could live forever. Yo, nah, y'all be ODing out here, deadass. That's literally him. That's how Dunny used to talk when we be chillin' in the projects, seeing somebody rocking a whole mink in the summer. He'd clown niggas all night, call them out for doing too much, but then he'd go slide on somebody for real. He was both funny as hell and dangerous as a motherfucker. The hook bring it all home. They OD, they do too much. That's Dunny laughing at the streets, pointing out how niggas be reckless, bitches be wildin', and the hood just stay doing the most. It's satire, but it's also prophecy, cause Dunny was OD too. And that's why it hit me so hard. He talking about the same shit that ended up taking him away. Yo, when I found Dunny's raw freestyle on my hard drive, it was just him in the crib, one take on one of them tight beats on YouTube. Just his voice cutting through the air like a razor. He had that hunger in his tone, that reckless energy only a 17-year-old living too fast could spit. I knew if I ain't do something with it, his words would just sit there, lost like another memory in the projects. I couldn't let that happen. So I pulled up on Geico, like I always do. We in his spot on White Plains Road, couple Henny bottles on the floor, snow piled up outside the window. I tell him, look, my cousin left me this raw verse. I need you to build the sound around it. It gotta feel like the Bronx in February, cold, tense, but still lit. Geico start messing with them drill patterns first, them sliding 808s that rumble like the 6 train when it come out the tunnel. He layering the kicks, making sure they punch you in the chest, sharp as a motherfucker. Then he throwing them crispy hi-hats, bouncing quick like the way your teeth chatter when you stand on the block too long in the cold. After that, he brought in them atmosphere pads, dark as hell like the sound of the wind whipping through the P stairwell at night. But the real sauce, the bass, that shit sound like bricks hitting concrete. Heavy, mean, unforgiving. When it dropped, I swear I felt Dunny in the room with us like he was laughing, talking shit, saying, yeah, that's it, cousin. Now the hook, Dunny already had the words. They OD, they do too much. That was him all day. But it was just raw vocals on my phone, so we had to loop it. His energy, his delivery, that wild way he used to clown motherfuckers at the bodega. I wanted the hook to feel like him standing there talking his shit, watching the hood act crazy. We ain't overthink this track. It was quick, but not careless. I was sitting there piecing together his bars, filling in the spaces with my own energy on the ad-libs, making sure the shit felt like him. Braggadocious, grimy, hype. It was like me and Geico was building a time capsule for my cousin, letting his words ride on a beat that felt like the streets he died for. Recording them OD ad-libs was different, cause it ain't my story, it was Dunny's. I remember when I found that freestyle on my hard drive, I ain't even cry at first. I just sat there in silence, listening to his voice like he was still in the room. Then it hit me. This nigga ain't never get to drop his music. He was really out here putting in work, wildin', running around the Bronx with that reckless energy. But the streets had a date with him, and they caught him slipping at JFK. But this track, this shit showed the other side of him. People knew Dunny as a hitter, as that wild young nigga who ain't care about consequences, who had motherfuckers looking over their shoulders every time he came around. But what a lot of people forget, he was funny as shit. Dunny was the type to roast you all night, had a whole block crying, laughing, then dap you up and buy you a chopped cheese. That's the vibe I wanted to capture. When he said shorty popped out with a full mink in the summer, she OD. That shit had me laughing and crying at the same time. Emotionally, I was torn. On one side, I'm celebrating him, letting the world hear his words. On the other, I'm low-key hurt cause I know if he ain't moved the way he did, he could have been here seeing this success with me. But that's the Bronx. It don't let everybody make it out. Some motherfuckers get rich, some get booked, some get put in the ground. That's the gamble, that's the cold reality. The outro, y'all really be doing the most. Everything extra, everything OD. But fuck it, that's New York, that's the Bronx. That's his spirit speaking one last time. That's how Dunny used to sign off every convo, laughing, talking shit, but still letting you know he peeped the streets for what they really was. I kept it raw, no polish, no filter, just his voice riding the last piano keys while the beat fade out. It feel like he walking off the block one last time. I released OD, cause I ain't wanna let my cousin's story die in the street where he bleeded out. He deserved more than that. He had talent, he had presence, he had a voice. This record is me giving him the stage he ain't lived to stand on. It's a celebration of his humor, his fire, his wild-ass energy. But it's also a warning. Don't OD, chasing clout, chasing fast money, chasing validation. That shit'll take you out quick. If you fuck with OD and you riding with the movement, go stream it right now. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, SoundCloud, whatever you rock with. Run that shit up. Share with your people. Let Dunny's voice live on. This ain't just a song. It's me saying I'll never let his name fade. That's behind the bars. That's OD. R.I.P. Lil Dunny forever.
They OD, they do too much. Shorty wildin' in the club, throwing up. Dude flexing in the Rari, it's a rental truck. Clout chasing on the gram, he looking stuck. They OD, they OD. Whole fit costs a check, but he still ODs. Shorty call me toxic, she still on.